In the place of prep guide questions for the assigned article by Lerman and Iwata published in 1996, you will instead complete this review quiz game. Since this is pre-recorded, the question progression will be automated. We'll go through each topic one by one, progressing from the easiest to the most difficult question in each topic. Be sure to keep track of your score and watch this video anytime to beat your record. First, we'll start with the topic of basic definitions. Define operant extinction. The definition of operant extinction is the termination of the reinforcing contingency that previously maintained a response, resulting in reduction of occurrence of that response. Note that this includes both the procedure and the process of extinction. Increased resistance to extinction means that the behavior will take blank to be eliminated when extinction is implemented. Longer or more time. The opposite of CRF, or continuous reinforcement, is this acronym used within the article, which blanks resistance to extinction. The opposite of CRF is PRF, partial reinforcement, and this increases resistance to extinction. What is it called when responding decreases in one environment where extinction is implemented, while increasing in other environments where it's not implemented? This is called behavioral contrast. What is the term for the target behavior occurring after extinction has been effective in eliminating it? This could be called spontaneous recovery or resurgence. Now on to the topic of responding during extinction. What is the most frequently noted effect of extinction other than the behavior ultimately decreasing in rate? The extinction burst. Name 3 dimensions of behavior that may increase during an extinction burst. The most commonly referenced dimension is frequency or rate, but you may also see increases in duration, magnitude, and variability of behavior. Name 2 indirect effects of extinction referenced in the assigned article. The article discusses aggression, emotional behavior, behavioral contrast, and emergence of other previous learned behaviors as a result of extinction. According to the basic literature, what may be the effect of novel stimuli introduced in the middle of implementation of extinction? This can lead to disinhibition or an increase in responding. We'll now finish up this second topic. Describe the wave-like within-session graph of responding produced during extinction. What does responding look like in terms of its rate or inter-response time? Responding is sporadic, beginning with relatively low inter-response times, that is, a higher rate, with gradually longer inter-response times, a lower rate, as the session progresses. The next topic is variables preceding extinction. Functional extinction procedures can only be selected following what sort of assessment? A functional analysis. What occurs when behavior is intermittently reinforced preceding extinction? Increased resistance to extinction. This is also called the partial reinforcement extinction effect. If someone's behavior has been reinforced for a longer period of time, this blanks resistance to extinction. This would increase resistance to extinction. An extinction burst is less likely to occur following what kind of reinforcement schedule? An intermittent schedule of reinforcement. Again, while this increases resistance to extinction, it reduces the likelihood of an extinction burst. Name 3 different variables prior to the implementation of extinction that may increase resistance to extinction. Here are the topics discussed in the assigned article. Now on to the topic of variables present during extinction. If you change the environment in some way during extinction, such as by putting up a red stop sign or implementing the intervention in a completely different room, resistance to extinction will be blank. Decreased. If stimulus conditions during extinction are similar to those during acquisition, resistance to extinction is blank. Increased in this case. What effect does increasing a target behavior's response effort have on extinction? This decreases resistance to extinction. Which added interventions can decrease resistance to extinction? In combination with extinction, you could use DRA or punishment. NCR can be effective as long as it's with a continuous schedule. DRO can also be effective, although it's had mixed results. Why does a change in stimulus conditions between acquisition and extinction decrease resistance to extinction? The stimuli signaling the availability of reinforcement in the natural environment are no longer present, so they don't occasion the behavior. Has there been more applied research about extinction or more basic non-clinical research? There's been much more basic non-clinical research on the topic of extinction. What percentage of recorded applied cases reported an extinction burst? Only 24% of cases included mention of an extinction burst. What is the prevalence of extinction-produced aggression or emotional responding in the applied literature? This is unknown. It was found in 3 cases, in each of which it decreased with exposure to extinction. In other cases, while it did occur, it was not directly linked to the implementation of extinction. Compare the findings about spontaneous recovery in the basic and applied literature. In the basic literature, it's been found that spontaneous recovery can occur from a few minutes to more than a month after extinction is completed. In the applied literature, there have actually been no investigations of this effect. Name one topic that has had little to no applied research. All of these topics discussed in the assigned article are mentioned to have little to no research in the applied domain. Great work! If you didn't earn at least 5,000 points out of the total 7,500 available, please be sure to complete the video again until you meet that goal. This will be a part of your prep guide score for the week. You'll also receive specific feedback about your answers within a week.